So he was interviewing, and this was on the whole promo tour for the new Adam Sandler movie on Netflix. And Tony Khan, as we know, when he's been talking online in the past, he doesn't normally sit back when it comes to responding to critics online, even if it means using things like Curb Your Enthusiasm memes. And recently, Tony Khan has killed people with kindness instead, focusing on AEW's successes and growing its fan base. And MJF has taken notice, and he's said this to Adrian Hernandez of Unlikely when asked about WWE's counter programming in Tony's view. And MJF said, "I think you'll notice that Tony's approach is a whole lot different. This is the most professional he's ever been online. He's only talking about our company. He's not throwing pot shots. That's because the truth is he really is only focused on our shit. Fully. I'll give him credit for that. This is the most in the weeds, as the kids would say, that I've ever seen my boss be in. Right now, we have an insane amount of momentum. As much as I hate his guts, you have to give him credit for that. You have to. We're a 6-year-old company, and we are the second most financially successful professional wrestling company of all time after only 6 years. It sounds fake, but it's not. We had 82,000 people chanting MJF at Wembley Stadium, the biggest wrestling show of all time, where I retained my world championship. Sounds fake, but it's not. We just did the second biggest show on American soil at Globe Life Field in Texas. Sounds fake, but it's not. All Elite Wrestling makes professional wrestling better, point blank. The reason that when a WWE wrestler is getting interviewed and they get asked AEW questions, and the reason why MJF is getting interviewed, he's getting asked WWE questions, is because the fans can't help but be tribalistic. I think it's dumb, but by all means, do with your fandom what you want to do. What I say is just enjoy professional wrestling. Most importantly, enjoy me, because I'm a generational talent and I'm here for a good time, not necessarily a long time. Soak it all in while you can. So with that, I think there has been like a noticeable less of an interaction from Tony Khan, because I think we've even done this on the show before where we made commentary about like, man, Tony, what you're doing is a little cringy. You're the owner of the company and you're fighting the IWC online, taking pot shots and all that kind of stuff. And apparently, Tony Khan has approached this completely differently by quote unquote killing them with kindness. What do you, David, think? What do you think of Tony Khan's new strategy, staying focused on AEW and avoiding pot shots at WWE Online? Is it more effective than his previous approach?
I think so. I think whenever he speaks on the other company, he takes time away from his own. And then it sounds like it was an energy thing, whereas like he was even doing it, you know, in the office.
Yep.
And I think the product has paid off. I think moving into these smaller venues has worked in their favor with because the big thing is like now they have everybody in that room is committed to the show, and with it being in smaller venues, they feel it and it sounds good. That was like a big thing
Yeah.
that I didn't like about like being at Wintrust sometimes was that like if you're in a certain section, it sounded dead quiet.
Mm-hmm. And I gotta say, the Aragon Ballroom shows, it does give like this like ECW, not like the bingo hall type feeling, because it's so
It,
uh, so much like
Condensed.
smaller. Yeah, it's
yeah,
more dense, like it's more densely packed, and it holds less people. But I think the visuals look really cool. Like you
right.
folks who haven't been
The
inside the Aragon
energy's there.
Ballroom, the energy's there. I mean, I love the design. I feel like it looked so like the backstage segments and stuff felt really punk rock.
Right.
Just like aesthetically, like they're interviewing people in like the back of the stairs and stuff. Um, and honestly, that's kind of cool that the AEW has been in Chicago for like what, 2 weeks? I think they're done with the residency. I don't think they have any more shows left.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
it's forbidden door time almost.
Yeah, because I think they've been here for like what, 2 weeks or something. You guys, none of you have walked into an AEW wrestler, have you? Because I don't know. I mean, I guess we're not that close to Aragon Ballroom. I'm assuming they all kind of hung around that area for 2 weeks, but
I forgot I knew they're here, but it like didn't click that it's like they're among us. And it's just like, yeah, they're here.
yeah,
Then,
I mean, I
but
wasn't
they're like
actively seeking
here.
them out.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, Chris, what do you think? What do you think of Tony Khan's strategy of staying focused on AEW and not taking pot shots at WWE Online?
I think it was cringy initially, just like taking those pot shots because like he's like I got a lot of effing money and I'm not afraid to use it, and like it was like late 2022 or something like that, and it just didn't look good. Like WWE is a behemoth, right? And I think it's okay to be in your own lane in second place, and like you said, like kind of do more of like this punk rock kind of a thing rather than like trying to be, the giant corporate thing. I think if they lean into more of that kind of like an aesthetic or the way they kind of present their form of wrestling, it'll give them a new identity, I think. And then also just the quality of the shows has been better, I think, since he started doing that. Like 2025, late 2024, 2025. So far, so good.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen anything like just disappear anymore.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's like a consistency to what's kind of happening on TV. There's a good flow. There isn't like this like weird start stop per se, or just throwing a bunch of random wrestlers and then just having them go away. It seems like they found their like cast of like wrestlers they want to keep kind of rotating through.
And I feel like the peak, like the pot shots and stuff, I mean, I feel like it definitely reached like I don't know if you want to say a breaking point, because I think there were still smatters of it throughout 2024, but it was of course, like the punk with like the airing the camera footage stuff. Because that happened,
Oh
yeah, that happened
yeah.
last year, like around April,
Yeah.
and then we had that whole conversation about it, right? And then the speeches with like the rah rah, like yeah, well, it was like the combination of like that, because I think it was like the week or two before with Edge coming out and talking about
Oh, I love being here.
yeah, and
Woo-woo.
then and then you
I like
got
it.
that footage a couple of weeks later. And news stories, of course. I mean, like Tony Khan was involved with like the social media stuff, and it does seem more like focused this year, of a focused product, and I think that's good. I think there were like some stories that they had to like take care of. They didn't want to just like drop completely, and they adjusted certain people's like you're a baby face, you're a heel. This wasn't working. This is working, and now I think they're in a really good groove. Um, Hangman Adam Page, I think, should be a great champion. I like that he's a face again. Um, and yeah, I mean, Tony Storm, I wasn't expecting her to retain from
I knew it.
Mercedes. Huh?
I knew it.
You knew it?
I knew it.
I don't think your match card
It was
knew.
in the
I
tea
feel like you
leaves.
also predicted.
Nah, it knew it, bro. It knew the whole time.
But yeah,
I've known.
I wasn't expecting that. And
Try
it's
to tell you.
awesome that, that she's retained it, and then Mercedes, I guess, got another belt.
She got
In
two more
Poland.
in
Yeah, in
Polska.
Poland. But was it like an Italian promotion that just happens to have a show in Poland, or is it a Polish promotion?
I don't know. That
I don't
referee
know.
looked Polish as hell, though. That was a Kamil, if I ever seen one. Conrad. Shout out to my Polish people. Na zdrowie.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's getting her belts, and she seems happy. Tony Storm, I mean, I loved at the Aragon Ballroom the shows that she was there, and great stuff all around. Um, do you feel like, so let's talk about, because I feel like people like to crap on it, and of course we got a kick out of the stuff that happened last year. Do you feel like fans want like the Twitter/X war? Do you think AEW loses a bit of its us versus them edge when Tony stops engaging with WWE in public feuds? Do you feel like it added anything to it? We can say it's cringy and stuff, but do you feel like it added something to the product
Twitter is
besides a talking point
it's a
for the show?
toxic cesspool of degeneracy. No room for good faith argument. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the like sorry, AEW Chicago fan base that sat around us, but like some of those takes, like it's so internet. Like I don't think that internet's like you can kind of tell when it's just like a parrot, where it's like you read that somewhere, you don't really feel that way.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Just talking point,
Yeah,
just parroting stuff.
yeah. It's like
I think
we could kill that. That's cool.
that's a
It's always
majority of
gonna
it.
be there.
I mean, the problem is anybody with a phone can say anything. So you can
Yeah,
anybody can jump on X and create bot accounts and, just for the sake of trolling or whatever. So I would just say it's just I would say Twitter is not a good indicator as far as,
yeah,
the state of the union,
yeah,
so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, like
yeah.
real life, like looking at a crowd, for example, in Raw or whatever, like people crapping on Jey Uso, where it seemed like a huge chunk were online, and then you go to like a show, like people who actually pay for
Like,
the product, like
right.
it's a different story. So I do think that Twitter and all that is not real life. There might be a little chunk of people, of course, like the people who are tweeting, uh, you know,
It's 1%.
live, yeah, but it's like 1%.
It's
And
1%.
even the folks who are like tweeting from or whatever, Xing from their anime profile, like sometimes they aren't
Yeah,
even real profiles. Like
Anime
sometimes it is
PAP.
literally like a bot
AI.
farm. It's literally like a bot farm or just engagement,
Yeah,
you
just
know.
trying to engagement. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
like why would then some people are like
Pretty much.
wasting their energy arguing with somebody who might not even be real, and it's only there to increase engagement for the platform.
Yeah,
And I know that every single social media platform does that. If you go on Facebook, like just random comments that don't even make sense, that are out of
yeah,
context to like the post, I'm like, what the hell are you even talking about? Like, tell me, do you ever like scroll and the comment section, I'm like, what are you even saying here? Like, this has nothing to do with this news story, or like the same like name that brings up something political, like super like, oh, you're gonna get somebody to respond to you, or like it's
yeah,
like the same 5 or 6 names that just pop up on every news story.
Or the
They
fake
all do
like
it.
movie posters that'll like come out and there's like a gajillion likes, like, oh, the sequel to this movie's coming out, or it's like coming soon. It's like 500,000 likes, and then the comments are a bunch of bots and people believing this.
Right. Exactly. So So let's say let's ease the gas brake there. Don't get too upset, with people online, or just don't even pay attention with like
love
if you get
wrestling.
upset by a
Tribalism's
thing.
lame.
Yeah, just
Like
like
Love
MJF said.
man.
wrestling.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so like you said, MJF said fans can't, and we can move on to the next story after this. MJF says fans can't help but be tribalistic. What do you guys think about tribalism? Good for wrestling as a whole, or does it hurt the industry?
I don't think it necessarily hurts the industry, but I think it hurts perspective and experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I
Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
think like as a wrestling fan, you need to learn to enjoy the art of it, whether or not it's displayed in a WWE way or like an indie wrestling way, because it's like when you capture that type of energy and when you feel that type of energy, you'll forget where you're at. You'll forget who's in the ring. Like I've experienced it. I know you guys have. Like where
Mhm.
it's just like so some of these indie shows we pay just as much as we would for like a New Japan or AEW,
Right.
and we have equally as a good time. And it doesn't have to be Mox. It doesn't have to be Roman, Seth. Like
Mhm.
could
Yeah.
be Alfonso.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same emotions that I'm
Yeah.
like
exerting,
it,
like in the show, like, that's like $300 or whatever it is. I get the same energy from like a show that's $50.
right. And I think like a lot of people lose that. Like that's really what the essence of being a wrestling fan is. It's like you don't have to only like it in like the big leagues and things like that. Like yeah, that might be what you prefer and like what you put your money towards, but it's like don't like don't be loyal to something when that like that when it's just like all it really takes away from you as a wrestling fan is the experience.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I feel like it's in some people's nature. Maybe we all have
Oh
this
yeah,
innateness of just like putting things into boxes, and wrestling fans are no different. Like they might vibe or resonate with certain aspects of what's happening in AEW, and then vice versa, and like WWE or whatever other brand, and then they attach this identity to themselves, and they have to like defend it till their last dying breath because
right. It ain't
reasons
that
or
deep.
whatever. Right.
It ain't that deep.
you know
Just love it. Just love it.
I mean, the
Yeah.
passion makes them blind.
Yeah, I mean, I've been guilty of like tribalism, but I've also looked at it from I enjoy like healthy competition is good. Some light jabbing here and there is always fun, but like don't like take it personally or seriously where you have to go into like a complete like flame war and you legitimately are like boiling because like you didn't get like your opinion. Like healthy competition's fine, but don't take that shit too seriously. Like you
Right.
don't have to go into like an argumentative like hole with someone over some kind of stupid opinion. Like I can say like AW or WWE is doing better, and I like WWE because I grew up with it.
Right.
It's like the thing that made me fall in love with wrestling, that kind of stuff, and that's why I like it. Um, and AEW is great too. And I've criticized AEW. I mean, I've done recently some criticizing of WWE, and it's not like you shouldn't like just be completely, tribalistic where anything that happens, like, yeah, this is all good, this is yummy, yummy, this is all great. Um, but like I said, healthy competition is good. Enjoy wrestling, like I feel like that's all you got to do. Like this is why I like people like Simon Miller, where he's just like very grounded, very chill. He
Yeah.
enjoys wrestling. He is very positive.
Come on
And
the
there's nothing
podcast,
wrong with
Simon
that.
Miller.
Yeah, come on the podcast.
Yeah, clip
We'll
this,
go to
send
your
this to
next
him.
Chicago. We'll go to your next Chicago match, Simon Miller.
Yes,
Good.
sir.
We need
Yeah.
to.
Oh
Here's
yeah,
why.
absolutely.
He's done second wrestling.
We'll check and see if there are any other shows coming up. But